In this video, we'll discuss about arrays in C. So arrays are nothing but it is a collection of similar data types. Okay, data type item stored under a single variable name. Okay, so if when we want to store 5 or 6 values in a single variable name, you can go for array. So here similar data items will be stored in your similar data items will be stored in contiguous memory location. Contiguous means sharing the common border. So it will be stored in the nearby locations continuously. Okay, and here you can use any kind of data types. Okay, you can use primitive data types, derived and user defined data types can also be used in your arrays. So this is your basic syntax of array. First you give the data type, then the array name, then inside the square bracket you give the size. That is for one dimensional array. Arrays can be one dimensional or multi-dimensional also. So when you have multi-dimensional, you can use the second syntax. You can give the data type, array name, then you can give how many. If it is a 2-dimensional, you will be giving 2 size. If it's a 3-dimensional, you will be giving 3 size. Okay, so these two are the syntax in which you can declare your arrays. And your C arrays are static in nature. That is, the memory will be allocated only at the compile time and it is fixed. Okay, so your C arrays are static in nature. So this is one example of declaring your array. Okay, so you can use your data type int, then array name, then inside a square bracket you can give the size. So here it is int array int 5. So this is your basic syntax of how you will be declaring an one dimensional array. And these are other types of declaring your array. Okay, so first you can give the data type, array name, size, then you can write it in your flower bracket, you can put the values. So this is one type of declaration where you give the size inside your square bracket. Next, there is no need to give the size. Okay, it is understood. By seeing your right hand side, it is understood the how many values are there. In your second line, it has 5 values. So 5 is the size. Okay, so you can declare both ways. Inside your square bracket, you can give the size or there is no need to give the size. Next is for loop. Inside your for loop also you can use and declare your array. So for that this is the syntax. Okay, and for that this is the syntax. Okay, next is accessing array elements. Assume you have 10 values stored and you have to access a particular element. For example, you have to access the 8th value. So for that what you have to do is we can mention the index of that array name. Okay, so for that we have to know from where the index starts in an array. If you have 5 values stored, the first value will be known by the index 0. Okay, and the second value will be known by the index 1. So that is how the array are indexed. So for the syntax to access a particular value is you will give the array name and then inside your square bracket you will be giving the index number. If you want to access the second element, you will be giving array name, inside index you will be giving it as 1. So 1 it will take the second element. So that is how you will be accessing your array elements. And here this is one example. For example, here I have 5 values and I have to access the third value. So what will I give? I will give array of 2. So when I give array of 2, my third value 35 is printed. Okay, my third value 35 is printed. So this is how you can access a particular value in an array. Next is update array element. So you have already declared the values in an array. What if you want to change the values of an array? So for that also there is an option and this is the syntax. Give the array name, then inside square bracket give the index and then in right hand side you give the value which has to be changed. Okay, so this is your syntax. Okay, for example, here you have 5 values and int array 5 you have declared. Array of 2 alone I have to change. Okay, so it means the third value. Okay, because your indexing starts from 0. Your index 0 is 10, index 1 is 20, index 2 is 30. So that 30 I have to change. So what will be the syntax? I will write that name in square bracket, I will write the index number, then I will write the new number. So when it gets printed, you will get 10, 20, 100, 40, 50. Okay, so like that it will be, you can also update or change your array values also. Next, you have to traverse array. Okay, traversal means you have to access each number of an array. So how can you traverse all the values in an array? For that you have to use your for loop. Okay, by using a for loop you can access all the values in an array. So this is one syntax. First you have declared initialized a for loop, and inside that if you give an array name with the index number I, so I will be keep on updating, so each value of your array will you can access. So that is your array traversal.